First thing that you're going to need for this, that looks like black, but it's burnt umber, and raw sienna, and flat earth. Flat earth isn't needed, but adds a good effect. Now, this is the side that's been weathered, obviously. And this side, it's clean. Or not clean. This has had paint on it. If you were here, you would see it has a flat earth wash. I did that because it's very hard, and it would take a lot of time on the camera to get it done. Now, we're going to do cotton bell hopper SSW 74479. And turn it to look like that. First, give it a flat earth wash. I've already done that. Second, very simple steps. I'm going to show you how to weather sides, bottom, and other side, and the top, which is very simple. First step, you're going to take your raw sienna paint, and you're going to take it, make sure you don't get too much. You're going to apply it in any way you want. So, say, you want maybe on top of the covered hopper, you want some going like that. And then maybe, no, you don't want this seriously gloppy, but you want it enough so you can really well see it. Then, just gonna go down like this, maybe glop it like that. Maybe even bring a bit more. There. Then I recommend maybe doing this with a foam pad. You're going to take a little bit off with your finger. This will not leave noticeable fingerprints. I repeat, will not leave noticeable fingerprints on the weathering. After you've done this, you're going to want to take your burnt umber and put it on inside. I will show you how that looks afterward. Now I've done that to the whole car. Put random things like that. All sorts of things. We're getting close to what we want it to look like. On the top, you'll notice that I also have little bits and pieces. Now, it's time to add this. What you're going to do is you take this, open it, you're going to apply it in the center, but when it goes down, don't go down. I'm about to show you what that looks like. It should look something like this. Now, of course, when you do this, you also afterwards want to go in and take some raw sienna. After you're done putting this in, right around the middle, you're going to want to go in, take some raw sienna, and just dab over when it's still wet. It'll mix in, making it look darker as the old rust, and then the new rust coming down. Should look something like this. Now, I have to admit, this one probably could have a little bit less rust, so I'm probably going to remove one of those. But, now, you're going to want to give it a raw sienna wash over top of all this after it's done drying. You're going to just want to give this a wash. Make sure all the paint's dry. You don't want that smudging around. Get your wash ready. You can mix this up and then just go along it, adding this wash which kind of dulls everything down, but it is very nice. It just makes it look that much more realistic. Now for this particular car, it gets a heavy weathering. Seeing cotton belt cars, they look pretty bad for wear. Now on the camera, everything looks like I barely added any. That's actually quite a bit on there. That'll just dull the car down to a point of goodness. You're also going to want to do the roof. And make sure it doesn't drizzle down the side down there. Make sure it does not drizzle down in there, that crack. Because when that happens, it just basically stays there. Now after this, sometimes this will take some of this rust streaking away. That's only shining because I just applied it. It'll take the rust streaking. Like on this one, you can't even see the rust streaking. Well, in real life you can hardly see it. After that, you just take some actual raw sienna and just apply it to give it a rust streak. And that's how you do this. The roof, just give it a raw sienna wash, and you should get a car that looks like that.